Barbell Brigade. I'm Gio.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Lou.
I wonder what he sees in his head, like how he's really moving.
Just hops into MTV.
Because I know when I'm dancing, in my head, I'm like, I belong like
like a
on TV.
professional
'Cause I'm
dancer.
so
You're
good.
crushing it.
But then when I watch a video of me dancing, I'm like, holy shit, I should have sat down the whole time.
Yeah, you think you're dope? You think
Yeah, hell yeah.
Why? Because I think you're dope. I'm Summer Mike.
Oh yeah, that's
What's the question?
All right, so the question is, what is the truth about carbs? Are they good, are they bad? And is it good or bad for dieting?
I want to make a confession. I love carbs.
What is a carb?
A carbohydrate is one of the 3 main macronutrients that we have in human nature. Fats, carbs, and proteins, and all our foods are made up of some combination of those. Per gram of carbohydrate.
Yeah, he needs your glasses real quick.
no!
I'll get you some glasses from now on.
I can't see.
Oh, I can see better. I
Per
can see
1
better.
gram of carbohydrate, there's approximately 4 calories.
You know who you remind me of right now, the way you're talking to? How many licks does it take to get to the center of
But
the
he does
Tootsie
look
Pop?
like the young
He looks like
colonel
Al.
from KFC. The young colonel.
Before the beard went white.
You went totally against my joke and made a new
sorry,
one. That's
I'm sorry,
so rude,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
Anyway, what is a carb?
That's about it. Fiber is a carb. There's complex carbs. There's simple sugars, which are also carbs.
So super basic, it would be like processed carbs like breads, pastas, or stuff like fruits.
Fruits, vegetables.
Yeah, veggies. A lot of
potatoes.
people don't think those are carbs.
Yep. Is dick a carb?
Comes a carb.
That's a shirt.
Protein. It is a shirt.
shirt,
I
yeah.
think it was a blooper or maybe a saying from Mean Girls.
Maybe?
I don't know. I haven't had a carb. I'm a carb free, and then she gives her the bars, and the girl's like eating all these carbs and
gets
gaining
fat.
weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is dick a carb? I have heard that cum is a carb. Don't know from experience.
That's interesting.
What's the wing for? Does that mean you have?
You didn't see that wink.
I'll put his phone number down in the description below later, but moving on.
I am a fan of carbs, by the style I train. Depending on if you train, I think carbs are important. I think they're a great fuel source. They're obviously delicious. I don't think any food is neither good nor bad. Obviously, yeah, I truly believe that. I think everything in moderation has a place in our human diet. Obviously, we do need micronutrients, which tend to be vitamins, minerals, things of that nature, and those are less found in products like Snickers and more processed things. But if you have a Snickers here and there, you're not going to die.
True. What about you guys?
So, I mean, my belief on carbs is just that they're super important for everything that you do. You actually utilize them when processing your thoughts. So your brain uses them, your body uses them. It's used for protein synthesis, so they go hand in hand with protein. Really important for repairing your tissue. The only thing is that it just depends on what you're doing. I think specificity is really important. There has been times where I've done a physique competition where my carbs are really low.
Wait, what?
I know.
Wait, what do you mean? That's great. I
Give me a
congratulate
Give me
you.
a front double
What the hell?
bicep. Front double bicep.
That's hard.
Quarter turn. Quarter turn. Quarter turn.
That should be a new rap song.
Quarter turn. Quarter turn.
But I feel like, I mean, specifically for my body, because everybody's different. I know, for example, I think you and Bar don't really consume too many carbs. Like, for me, like, if I don't consume any carbs before, I can't fast. Like, I have to eat before I train or do anything. Like, it really affects my energy levels. But again, that's just how my body functions. You know, there's some
Yeah.
people who can actually fast and they can work out without carbs. Is there going to be any negative effects? I think your body's really resilient, so it's not going to break down immediately.
You know how we know it's resilient?
Yeah.
There's obese people that are like living a crazy long life. That's how I know your body's
Yeah.
resilient.
And-
Because it's fighting every fucking day. It's not supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's negatives and positives. Obviously, if you overconsume
Yeah.
carbs, it's going to store as adipose tissue as well.
I think that's why they get a bad rap is because of the processed foods, it's easier to get more sugar than you need and more carbs than you need.
Than
Than
the
it
lack
is.
of inactivity.
It's very hard to be like, oh, really overate my protein. Like if you eat a chicken breast or two, like you're normally pretty full. But you could plow down 3 Snickers or a pint of ice cream really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that I was focused on, I was talking about this before, just the other day and different things, is I think that it's good that we're speaking upon this and we're giving our perspective, but one of the biggest things is there's so much information out there that it's an overstimulus, and what people do, whether it's programming or whether it's learning about nutrition, is they go, I like what this person says, I like what this person says, I like what this person says, and all of a sudden you have all these different things. I think the best thing you can do is do your own research, but within that own research, you have to find a qualified professional that understands these things, and sometimes even those people are kind of jacked up. So a lot of times I tell people, look at what you're eating and ask yourself a simple question. Is this gonna make me better? And if you don't understand the answer to that question, you need to research it and find out that information for yourself. So looking at carbs, with you saying there's not a bad food, we're looking at carbs. Carbs are effective for delivering a purpose, but what is their true purpose? And you will only understand that true purpose unless you do some self-discovery within your daily activities, what you're doing. But I get a sense of frustration because there is so much out there, and there's so many different ways of like keto or restriction or Atkins or high carb, different carbs, where you're getting your carbs, flexible diet, to counting macros, all these different things. And what you're looking at is all these people are trying to find ways to get your body to work a certain way. But with all those things, there's variation in who you are and what's able to fit into your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think that with this, is there a right answer? I don't know really if there is a right answer. The right answer is what works for you. So you can't take a population and say, all 3 of you guys, we know for a fact that keto is gonna work. It's like, it might for a little bit, but is it sustainable, or does it fit our lifestyle? So I think just simply looking at carbs, like, you know, like my wife makes fun of me all the time. Like, she'll get me a plate of pasta and then I'll eat it, and then I'm like, I need more. And she's like, don't do it, you're gonna hurt, it's gonna feel bad. And then I just go and I crush a bunch of pasta. Then I lay on the couch and I like roll around for like 10 minutes, and then I pass out from a carb coma.
All right, ladies. Is the anabolic window a myth? And well, first of all,
What about the anabolic door, elevator, escalator?
well, we'll just talk about the window on this episode. First of all, can we explain what the anabolic anything is?
Buddy, glass me.
Oh, what
glass.
about? Oh, here.
You need to go full
Anabolic window.
Rumor has it in the fitness industry that within 2 hours after strenuous exercise, that you're required to consume some type of protein in the form of amino acids and carbohydrates to start to rebuild and replenish with protein synthesis. You know what I mean?
You're really good at that.
It is really good.
Yeah, it's like actually good information.
Yeah, it's
I
not
know,
the
you-
worst. It's half horse shit, half good.
Oh, really? I believed it all.
It's like right, but
If
it's
you
wrong.
say it like that with
Yeah, right?
glasses, it's
Confidence,
like it's
right?
in.
So yeah, I think the anabolic window, the post-workout window, correct me if you guys think different or hear different, but
What if you're on anabolics? You're always in the window.
you're living in the fucking frame, yeah.
You're in the frame.
That after 2 hours or whatever, or soon after, I think even some people say half an hour after you work out, that you have to start slamming these protein shakes, carbs, people use dextrose and other things. Otherwise, you're kind of losing these gains from the gym. As far as I know, I don't read these studies, but what I do is I read and watch people that read these studies, so I feel smart.
So you could judge them.
Yeah. Well, it's like I'm
Not
just
in a bad
Stalker.
way. Not in a bad
Stalker.
way.
yeah. So I'm lucky, like
I like
I've
to call
trolls.
observe.
I've become internet troll.
He's a troll.
Become friends with guys like Eric Helms and just 3DMJ, all these guys that put out great information that are really into the science of this. Lane Norton's one that are really into the science. I'm not that into the science.
Yeah.
They take the science, they try to half dumb it down and let me know science.
There you go.
So as far as I know, we mentioned in a different show that our bodies adapt and our bodies are very resilient. That you probably don't need to chug a shake or snort protein powder, within the last 10 minutes of your last set. That you'll probably be okay if you're eating sufficient calories, proteins, carbs, fats over a long period of time throughout that day. But getting some nutrients in soon-ish. Right, it used to have to be a protein drink because that absorbs faster.
Yeah.
But you can eat some chicken, you can go eat a burger, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Get some nutrients in soon-ish. Just don't work out and then not eat for 10 hours.
And this
kinda
is what
deal.
you heard, or is this what you believe?
This is what I hear and I believe.
So, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
believe
Go
it from
first.
experience of not drinking a protein shake in 6 years and feeling my strongest and looking my best.
You don't drink protein?
Not at all.
Why?
I don't like the taste of it.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I mean, I like it and I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't drink protein
The
shakes.
aftertaste is
sometimes.
what
I'll have a
kills
protein-
me.
I crave protein drinks.
Really?
I know.
Yeah.
I don't. I drink or eat a protein bar when I travel because of convenience.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm eating chicken and steak.
I like the
I
plain
definitely do shakes mostly because of convenience, and that's why they were created.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just a food. So I'll try to get in like even a burrito a couple hours after I work out.
What, the tripa or lengua?
El pollo.
pollo.
I might butcher this, but my belief, and this is always how I answer questions, is that what's your goal, right? So the anabolic window, all these different things, there is going to be a way in which your body is going to perform at the most optimal level, and there is science behind how these things work. If you want to apply that science and you want to be that into what it is that you're doing, there is probably more optimal ways to do it. If you train hard, you're working out, and you forget to have a shake and you forget to eat, there's still a benefit from working out. Are you going to receive the most benefit from that workout without having those things? Maybe not, but you are receiving a benefit. So I think one of the things that you look at too is like maybe if it's caffeine prior to training or a shake post training. Way was brought up to me before by one of my friends is that if I'm giving 100% of my workout, I don't want to have even 98% of my results. So optimizing everything on the front end and back end of your workout will allow you to get the hard work manifested through the diligence of doing the training. There should be an equal amount of effort on the backside or even prior in prep to be able to gain what it is that you're wanting. So that's a maybe way of looking at the anabolic window or like nutrient timing, different things. But that's if you want to be kind of geeky about it or focus solely on that. For me, there's days where I'm working so much, I'm happy to train if I get 20 minutes and right after that I'm coaching 6 classes back to back and then I eat dinner at 9.
Yeah.
I'd rather train than not train and go, you know what, if I train right now, I'm not gonna be able to have my shake, I'm not gonna be able to do this, I'm gonna do that, so I'm not training. And it's like, all right, then you don't have anything. So making the best out of what you have.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think just looking at your schedule, because I think a lot of us work and we go to school and whatnot, and training usually takes about an hour to 2 hours, depending on, again, what your goals are. So I feel like you train for an hour, 2 hours, and then you're gonna have to shower and then jump into just regular life, or wherever you place your gym, your gym time. I feel like then usually you should eat if you're trying to stay healthy and have at least 3 meals a day. So I feel like, I don't know, I don't really follow the whole anabolic window type of thing. I'm not that scientific. I just listen to what my body says, and when my body tells me it's hungry, then I need to feed it, and I do. But I just feel like the way my schedule is and where I place my gym time, because I'm always there for 2 hours, I feel like right after, it's usually a time when I'm supposed to eat anyway. So I kind of just follow that, and it's pretty basic, and it hasn't done me wrong yet.
What's your favorite thing to eat after you train?
What's my favorite thing to eat after I train? Just like a chicken, like something really simple. I don't like a lot of flavor after I train for some reason. I'm like really thirsty and I just want very bland flavors.
I think it's really important what you said actually, because I think you have to learn how to listen to your body. There's gonna be a lot of trial and error. You know, like you guys, for example, some of you guys like Bart, he only does like coffee and a banana. Like I can't do that, you know, like if I was to train heavy, like I have to have like a full meal. Like for a full meal for me,
Oatmeal and eggs?
No, it has to be like eggs, like toast, like bacon, and maybe like some yogurt. Yeah, like I have to eat a lot, but that's just how my body functions, and I think that's what a lot of people have to do. You know, like Charlie always stresses is that there is a lot of information on the different ways that you can approach training: intermittent fasting, carb loading. You know, I personally just like to eat when I need to. And I train 6 days a week, so I have to eat. You know, like if I don't eat well the day before, it affects me the next day. And but I've learned and understood that about my body from trial and error. You know, and it's not necessarily gonna work for you guys. You know, for some of you guys can fast. Or maybe eat once a day and you guys will be perfectly okay. So you just gotta learn to adapt to whatever it is that you're doing and try to listen to your body as best as you can. Trial and error, just experiment with different things. And I think that's gonna be the best approach, you know, to learn and listen to your body.
Yeah, just to re-up what Charlie was talking about, how there's like different variants of how in-depth you could take something or how serious or how committed.
Yeah.
I think there's a similar scale on the side of what needs to be your priority in those things, right?
Yeah.
Priority number one, like Charlie said, like probably you should just work work out. Like that should kind of be priority number one, and make it a consistent habit, whatever that is, twice a week, 3 times a week, if you're extreme, twice a day, whatever. Once you get that going, then maybe we need to just focus on like, am I eating enough calories in this day?
Yeah.
Right? And then from there, am I spreading these calories out sufficiently to fuel these workouts that I'm going through?
Correct.
Okay, then once I'm there, am I getting enough protein, or am I getting my supplements? But like what I was, the anabolic window, why I maybe bashed it or said like I don't believe in it is because, which I don't, but also that like people made that a priority. Like they're eating Doritos and playing video games all day, and then they'll work out for half an hour and like, no, gotta have my shake. Like that's not the difference maker, right? The difference maker is these other large factor things of sufficient protein and calories, then probably timing, then actually working out with sufficient volume, right? That you need to pay attention first. Similar conversation we can have about supplements, right? Like if you're so gung-ho about your creatine and your this and your CLA and all these supplements, but you're not even like eating enough protein or working out hard enough.
A bunch of acronyms and shit, right?
Yeah, you're just fucking with yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What was the other one? The
GSD?
GSD, yeah. There's a Stanford study right now. 90% of gains come from the Quan method, and basically it was developed. It was developed in China and then migrated here to the States.
Absolutely.
Is that GSD?
And you guys should probably Google that. If you don't see anything about it, then you guys should hit up Charlie about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are
Stanford
welcome.
studies,
If there are any other questions that you guys would like for us to answer, please
Los
do them
Angeles College State
in the
University.
there you go.
Junior
In the
college.
comments below. Share the
Harvard.
video, like the video.
Berkeley.
Until next time.
Follow me on Instagram.
Cornell, deuce.
Later.
What, if any, are the advantages of arching your back while benching?
This is huge. This is that Instagram topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that
really
Instagram
good.
topic.
This is that